Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this EnGenius ECW520 Wi-Fi 7 access point. So this is provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So let's get this open. So this is a tri-band access point. It supports 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz bands. This is configured with the mobile app. You can also configure it with web browser. And here's the access point with a status light on top. Here's the back side. So this is plastic and this is metal. We have keyhole slots for mounting, and we also have a plastic bracket. I'll show that in a second. And then we have reset, LAN, and 12 volt in. So this is a 2.5 gigabit PoE plus Ethernet connection. So you can power this with power over Ethernet. So you don't need to use that power connection if you're using PoE. So if we open this up, we'll find the brackets and some screws. So these will fit in T-track. Now if you're not using T-track, this one has holes in it. So you can screw this to a surface and then that will slide in like so. So you can mount that to a ceiling, and then to release you'll pull up on this and slide it back out. So let's go ahead and configure this. So to get this set up, we're going to use the EnGenius Cloud app. You can download that from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So you'll create an account, you'll log in. So to add the access point, we'll hit plus, we'll say register device, and I'll scan the QR code on the back of the access point. I'm also going to plug this into Ethernet. And I'll hit register. So this is a 2.5 gigabit PoE network connection. You can plug this into a PoE switch. This is actually plugged into a PoE injector. So it says name your device, and I'll assign it to network now. So I have a network set up in the app. I'll assign it to that network. It's asking me to plug it in, which I've done. So I'll hit finish setup and I'll hit finish. So now I'll let this sit for a couple minutes while it brings it online, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so I've given this a few minutes to propagate. It also updated the firmware. So now it's up, online, ready to go. So if we look at the app, I can tap on network here and I'll go over to devices and then access point. And we can see it's the fourth one down here. So I'll tap on it. And we can see all the information here. Now I have some wireless networks set up on this. I have them blurred out here for privacy reasons. But one of those is a 6 gigahertz network. So this is currently serving up the 2.4, 5 gigahertz and 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi networks. So I'm going to get this mounted up, and I have a PC with a Wi-Fi 7 network card in it. I'll connect up to this on the 6 gigahertz network and we'll do some speed tests. Okay, so I'm logged into this Windows 11 PC. I have a Wi-Fi 7 PCIe card installed in this machine, and this speed test is running on a server, which is connected to my network. Also connected to the network is the access point, and everything's running on 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. So the PC is going wirelessly to the access point. The access point is wired to the speed test. So this is isolating and testing the wireless speed. Now there can be things interfering, like other Wi-Fi networks and other things running on the server, but this will give us a rough idea how it's running. So I currently have it set on, I think it's a 5 gigahertz network, so I can run this speed test here. And we got an okay speed there. We got 457 down and 471 up, and that's plenty fast for most things. But now I'll switch it over to a 6 gigahertz network. I'll refresh this and we'll run it again. So here we got 2.4 gigabit down and 2.3 up. So we're coming pretty close to maxing out the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet that is connected to all this. Here I have an iPad Pro with M4 processor. Now this has Wi-Fi 6E, but it will connect to the Wi-Fi 7 access point. So we'll run a speed test on here. So here we got 1.3 gigabit down and about 1.1 up. This isn't quite as fast as the Wi-Fi 7 PCIe card on a PC, but these are still very respectable numbers. You're still getting faster than gigabit over Wi-Fi. So that's the EnGenius ECW520 tri-band Wi-Fi 7 access point. An access point like this is very ideal for a small or medium business, church, school, or other installation where you're going to have multiple access points. Since this is PoE, you just run an Ethernet cable to where you want to connect up the access point, and you plug it in, and then everything gets powered by the central PoE switch or PoE injectors. The nice thing about this is that it's cloud managed. So say you have a chain of small businesses, maybe you own a half dozen coffee shops, and each one has a couple different access points. You can manage all that from a central web page or the app. So I didn't get into all the features of this. The EnGenius Cloud has lots of features. You can do guest Wi-Fi access. You can set up different SSIDs, scheduling. It has all those features you would expect from an enterprise solution. These can also be used in a home where you want something a little nicer than just an off-the-shelf all-in-one router and access point. You could mount these on each floor, and if this is mounted on a ceiling, it doesn't look much different from something like a smoke detector. It kind of blends in. In the EnGenius Cloud, you could even turn the light off so you don't have to see that. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.